happening, guys? This is Jammer2K, back with another player review. This time it's Serge Gnabry, who plays for Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga. He's a former Arsenal player, and I actually watched him a few seasons ago for the under-21s, and yeah, he was one of their most promising players along with Chaka Akpom. Gnabry started off as a non-rare 73 rated silver card, but he's been boosted up to 81 after a winter upgrade, and it's turned him into a tasty looking striker. I actually packed him by mistake. I was ploughing through the Higuain SBC challenges, and I was actually disappointed at first when I saw who it was, after I saw the flare come up and stuff, but I decided to try him out and see how he was for review purposes, and to be honest, he didn't let me down one bit. In terms of first impressions, obviously his pace and dribbling are one of the first things that come to mind, but his finishing is one of the best I've used all year, and that's because he takes shots quickly with none of the delay that you find with players like Rooney or Higuain. A lot of players take a lot of time to shoot, and you don't have that problem with Gnabry. He will let go, and it tends to go flying into the top corner of the net. As you can see, from the get-go he was just scoring goals, and I was actually a bit surprised. I mean, I know he's 81 rated overall, but he reminds me of Vardy in that he's so clinical, but he takes long shots better than Vardy ever could. After the recent weekend league, which featured Bundesliga players and the Liga players, it really struck me how the Bundesliga doesn't really have that many good strikers, especially if you're on a budget. I was trying to pair him with the informed Dembele, and I had to go for a French striker in the end. I think I went for Ben Yedder, and that's just because if you don't go for Aubameyang or Lewandowski, you're gonna be hampered by a lack of quality options. So that's one thing about Gnabry. If you have a spare 30-35k, he won't let you down, and there aren't many people similar to him in his position. Gnabry has the technical dribbler and flair traits, and they're made even better considering he has the speedster and dribbler specialities. He's great on the ball, and I switched him out for Cavani, and you would not believe the difference. Obviously Cavani is more complete in different areas, but it's just easier to score goals with Gnabry. You can just run through and shoot, and it tends to go in. Of course, he does have a few flaws. I mean, he will dazzle most defenders, but it does come at a cost, and that's his strength. He also has 3-star skills, which are pretty disappointing, especially considering he's so good at dribbling. If he had the skills, it would be the icing on the cake. He's also not the best in the air, as you might expect, but he makes up for it. I mean, just triple tap it on the floor, and Gnabry will probably do the rest. I mean, to be honest, he can take shots from anywhere, as you can see here, so it's really up to you how you score the goals, and he will get you the goals. So I basically got him for free. I didn't want him. I thought about selling him, but I'm really glad that I didn't. He was a pleasant surprise. I mean, one of the best strikers I've used in recent memory, and that might be because he's cheap, but there's nothing wrong with cheap beast. So if you're running a Bundesliga team, or you just want to try him out, I'd strongly recommend him. At worst, you're only going to lose a few thousand if you sell him after a few matches, and yeah, he was just clinical for me. If you don't run a Bundesliga team, just sub him in. I mean, that's what I did, and as you can see, I had no problem. Alright, I'm sure you've got the gist of that, so I'll stop now. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and sub if you haven't done so already.